Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live. I think I'm coming to you live. I can't tell on my computer. Is it showing? I'm coming to you live Wednesday morning, March 25, and I'm just going to make sure I'm centered more here. I think I am. Okay, I think I'm centered. Good morning, Carrie. I'm glad that you're here. So you can see me too. I've been checking to make sure that I'm not hitting whatever button that made my video go away. Like I did for a couple times. Hi, Mario. Hi, Kathy. And Dina. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad that you're here. So I'm excited to share a couple projects with you today. They're, the Fun Fold. I may have done it a long time ago, but I got a card from someone and like, oh, that's an easy Fun Fold. I love it. And it's a set that I haven't used yet. So I'm excited to show you. Let's see. Is there anything that I need to tell you before I get going? I do know. Okay, so tomorrow is the 26th. That is the last day. Every month, it's the last day to sign up for my Dazzling Card Club for that month. I call it a club because we have it the same time every month. And you get benefits if you do it for 6 months in a row. And anyway, it's just a fun thing to get together. So we're using the Woolly Friends for the Dazzling Card Club this month, which actually, I say this month, but so the actual days of the month are the first Tuesday of the month and usually that same Friday. So that is, I think, April 7 and 10. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to head right to my randomizer. I have everybody loaded. I need to find a pen. And let's get that taken care of. So I have chocolate to give away, and I decided to give away both cards that my practice card and my the card that I made, the Woolly Friends card that I made. I had seemingly lots of people commenting last week, and I just decided I'd give you both cards. I clicked up. It's really annoying when my computer's as slow as me. Well, that's a bad thing. Okay. Hello. I switched over to this tab and it's just lollygagging, getting there. Wait. Page unresponsive. Wait. I'm gonna see if I can refresh the page and help it along. So sorry for the delay. Nope, it's still telling me to wait. I'm going to give it a few more seconds and then we might have to try again later. It's spinning. It's thinking at least. That is it. Oh, wait. I have stuff to give away. Doesn't my computer know that? All right. I'm going back to you guys. Oh, that's the wrong one. There it is. Okay. Good morning, Marlene. I tried to do my randomizer, but it's just sitting there spinning. So I'm going to have to come back to it. So the chocolate waits for everyone. Well, everyone that could come locally to pick it up. Good morning, Marcia. I believe we've addressed this already, but like people like Mario can't have the chocolate. Carrie has plenty of chocolate anyway, so she doesn't need to come get it. Because I'm not mailing it, that's the point. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're going to be playing, I'm going to be playing with. You can play along. So I have not used, you know what, I'm just going to put this down. I can be there shortly. That sounds lovely, but I can't give it away yet. Okay, so I'm going to put you down to show you these things because I have some new designer paper I haven't used yet either. It would be melted by the time I receive it. I know. I was thinking that same thing. So are you one of the demos that pre-ordered it too? Yes, I am. I mean, you should know that, Dina. Of course I pre-ordered at 2 a.m. And my package will be here tomorrow. So of course I had to have all the new colors. We couldn't order the, what do they call it? Just a second. Blending brushes. No, that's a different product. Shimmer brushes. We couldn't order the shimmer brushes. I'm not sure when those are coming in, but yes, I was definitely one of those people. Okay, oh, and I ordered a couple things from the pre-order. I was really tempted to show it to you today, but it's just too early. I know you want to see new product, but I'm showing you new product. You can't get your hands on it unless you're a demonstrator, so I'm not showing that. Okay, so I'm gonna put you down. So close your eyes. I'm dropping. I need to pull this closer. Oh, I'm giving you peeks already at what we're doing. All right, locking in, and then I need to spin it. There. All right. I couldn't find my light, and I decided I wasn't going to bother with it anyway because it ends up turning off. It's a tiny little light, and it works a tiny little bit. Huh. Okay, we're all set. So I'm going to take this out again. I always feel like this sort of makes it so you can't see it very well. I'm playing with Cutest Crew. I have several samples that are you're waiting till April. Well, hi, Jennifer. I just received the stamp set yesterday. Awesome. Next week I'll be sharing more samples with it besides what I'm making today because I do have swaps with it. Waiting till April makes sense because you can put it in your quarter that you need new sales from. That's a good thing. But I just want stuff ASAP. All right, am I on? Just a sec, I need to check something. I'm not really on camera. Okay. Okay. So this stamp set is called Cutest Crew, and the dies are not available right now. And I forgot to check when they will be. I have a fun idea to make. I love this one. It's so cute. Oh, I know you would. You are a cat woman. Mario, do you have cats or dogs? I don't remember. So I only have a grand cat and a grand dog. I don't have these, and I'm allergic to cats. But they're still cute, and so anyway, so I wanted to use the set. When I first saw it, I'm like, that's cute, but I don't know. And then I kept seeing samples. I'm like, yes, I must have. So Cutest Crew, I don't know when. I made several of your mini milk cartons for the place I volunteer at. I'm giving them out today. Oh, fun. It's always fun to give things away. Let's see. So I'm sorry, I don't know when the dies will be back in stock. I will look it up before I put all my information on my blog and stuff like that. So I'll look it up and tell you when it's expected. Hi, Deanna. Dina, I actually called Deanna your name because, and I was in person even. I wasn't just looking at a screen. I obviously got out of practice and hadn't seen Deanna in far too long or something. I don't know. So I had to apologize. Anyway, I'm glad that you're here, Deanna. Okay, so Cutest Crew, it is adorable, and that's what I'm playing with. So I'm not actually using the dies. I'm just using the stamp set. So and I'm using it with some designer paper. It's called Mixed Up Patterns, and I think what does this mean? 106. I think she's trying to tell me when this was. This might be an online exclusive that started in January. I don't remember. Just a sec. Maybe it means mini January 26th. So anyway, this designer paper didn't really mean anything to me until I got a swap with some of these, some of the designer paper. It's cute. So as you can see on here, and also it's on the back of the packaging, the colors in here are Balmy Blue, Bubble Bath, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Secret Sea, and Strawberry Slush. So here are, I'm getting it out of the shadow. So here are the designs. They're all sort of, well, as it's called, mixed up patterns. It sort of focuses on one color on one side. So why I finally got this package is because, that's it, is because, honestly, of these two pages right here, there was a card that I showed, a swap that I showed that used both of these that was just stunning. And I'm like, I need to look that up. I had to find it. I didn't even know what package it was in because it hadn't, like, spoken to me. So, mixed up patterns, and I'm going to share with you now. So I'm going to start with, I put in my description that I'm actually going to start with a fun fold, and I'm using all of these patterns of the designer paper. So I have a big tip for you for this fun folder. It's actually a cut. Probably most fun folds are actually cuts. So here's the deal. So this is just the normal 5.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4 like usual. Why does this not look right? Let me make sure it's actually 8.5. It is. Sometimes my vision just confuses me. Okay. So we're going to score it at 4 1/4 like usual. And then here's the important part. You want to do this part before you actually fold your cardstock. Hi, Dot. Because if you try to do it after you fold it, then you end up with a mess of the fold that you're trying to cut through. So I'm actually cutting this in half, which is 2 3/4. I can make sure. Here's it. From this end, it's different. It's not starting at 1. So here's 1, 2 1/2, 2 3/4. Okay, so I'm cutting right on that score line. Hi, Archer. Man, I don't... Was Archer one that used to watch with you? I feel like he wasn't. But I'm glad that you're here today. I know those two designer paper are awesome. Okay, then I'm going to line it up at 2 3/4 again, and I'm going to cut to the score line. So I didn't, oh, I did make it there. Okay, I thought I didn't quite make it there. All right, so this is my fun fold, and we're actually going to use this piece for our card. So it's still made sort of, I guess you definitely want to make sure that, I might need to change the blade on this, on my trimmer. It seems like it's getting fuzzy too quickly. So I don't want the fuzz to show because you're working with the inside. Oh, I'm sorry that you're sick, Archer. That's no fun. So that's why he's not at school. He's old enough to be in school, right? So here's our fun fold. We just have 1/2 of a card front here. But we're going to use this on our card. So the first thing that I want to do is, well, actually, the first thing I want to do is stamp my animals. So we're using the cats. I need to find my ink. Oh, it's just buried here. So this would be for Peter, is my grand cat. Actually, Liz always calls them the children. I made his day. Aw, that's thoughtful. Does Archer like cats? So I'm going to stamp right on this skinny little piece of white designer paper. Oh, I made it. I don't like that. It was folded a little bit, and so I touched here first, and I have another piece here, so I'm gonna use it. He does like cats. Does he have any? So I was starting to say, oh, that's better. I wanted to use that cat. So I was starting to say Liz calls all the cats in her house, in her apartment, because she has one, her roommate has one, and then one adopted them both at school. So they have 3 cats there, and she calls them the children or your grandchildren. No cats. All right. Oh, but you have one, right, Dot? Do you still have your cat? So anyway, so I wanted to stamp this right away because I want to let it dry. So then I'm going to go back to this. So I need my silicone mat here. And I forgot how I'm doing this. Okay, I'm taking this one. So I'm going to use, so this one is actually the front and back. I'm using the front and back. And I'm putting the daffodil stripes on here. Oh, you have 2 cats. I didn't know that. So are you one of those people? One of my friends that has cats, she says she's 1 cat short of a crazy cat lady. So it doesn't matter how many she has. She always just says she's 1 cat short. So she's never a crazy cat lady. All right, so here are my pieces. So here's where you would write. You could put a white piece in here, but I'm not going to bother with that. It's okay. Archer's excited to be watching live. Oh, nice. Cool. Okay, so this is ready. Now I'm going to work on my my layer here. So this one is going to go, okay, so I have to show you this really closely. I don't know if you'll be able to see it because I got too many shadows going on here. Right here you can see. Okay, so I chose, oops, not, and then when I get closer, then you can't. Then the shadows come. Oh, you can even see it with the shadows. I just looked on the computer. Okay, I'm just going to get it up close so you can see. So I chose this because I think these look like little balls of yarn. Don't you think? Ha. So we're going to put this on this piece that we just took off, just cut off. So this is here, and I'm actually just going to assemble it. It's going to go like this, and then I'm going to finish. Okay, so here, so I'm going to put, remember, whenever you do a card that is like overlapping, you don't want to go farther than like the half. And in fact, what I want to do is I want to put adhesive right at the very edge of here so that I can be at the edge but not be over it. So I'm going to put this here. So I'm glad you like the colors. So the colors that I often just choose what is part of the designer paper that I'm working from. So this is Balmy Blue, Daffodil Delight, and Strawberry Slush. So here's my card base all set. Isn't that cute? So that's my fun fold. I don't know what this is called. I have no clue. I don't know how people find the names of fun folds. I don't know. Okay, so you know me in coloring, and I just had a vision because I saw somebody else and it made it a little more approachable to me. You know I don't enjoy coloring. Even though I do it more often than I used to. But I saw somebody's card where they only had part of, I'm just going to cut the rest of that off. Had a skinnier piece before. Part of the strip of the animals on it. And I thought, oh, that makes it easier so I don't have so much coloring to do. And I just liked that idea. So I'm fussy cutting a little bit, not too much. By not too much, I mean I'm not trying to go in every single little crack and cranny of the thing. So just kind of go in and out, weave in and out. So one of the things, if you're not going to do the dies, you definitely want to try to have a nice steady hand of, I do not like when there's corners showing on it as opposed to a nice rounded edge. So once I get this done, I got to check for that. Could you use the dies? Yes, you could. I did not buy the dies. So you definitely could cut it out. And then if you don't want all of it, then you can trim it. Just cut it through the two that, like I did. And just to show you the rest, you still could do something more with this one if you wanted. I cut this one out from working on my sample last night. I don't know why I ever say last night because it's always this morning because I'm up so late. It's ridiculous. All right, so here are my friends. So I feel like they probably should have dried enough by now for me to, hello, it won't stay for me. Dried enough by now so that I can color them. So I'm using light crumb cake. And I'm not really trying to do any special shading. If I get done and think it needs something, then rather than getting the darker one, I can just add more color. Like I'll do it right now. So I'm going to put some color like on his back. So if I add more color here, then he just looks blended a little bit more. All right, so that was light crumb cake. Then I'm using light smoky slate. I'm mostly using light because then I don't cover up their cuteness. I want to be able to see their face, see their whiskers. Where's the other one? I'm going to use this one too. Okay, this one's dark, but it's gray granite. So I'm going to, it's funny, gray granite is a mix between brown and gray, I feel like. All right. So I like that he's blended a little bit. So we're going to give some blending on the legs, edge of the body, the arm. Just add some interest. Don't know why, but I feel the die completes the stamp set. You know what? I would agree with you, but I started buying differently because I don't tend to use lots of small dies. There are some really cute dies. In fact, I have to show you. This is a sneak peek of something that I'll be posting later. Well, no, remind me to give you the peek in a minute, because there are some really, oops, I don't like the bullet head. There's some really cute dies with it, but I tend to just like the shapes. Like in a minute, I'm going to be using stylish shapes, and on the next card, I'm using everyday arches. I love those kind of things, and I don't end up using lots of small dies that put pieces together, and so I've not been buying it. Okay, so I chose this color. This is the strawberry slash to match this here. All right, so I'm going to put this on here with dimensionals. 2, 3. All right, so we're just going to put them down here. They're just playing in the balls of yarn. Ha! I love it. All right, and then, where did my other piece go? Oh, here it is. All right, so I'm going to use the words. So adorable. We'll be making this one. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. Okay, so glad we're friends. All right, and then I'm using, so in case you forget, this is Stylish Shapes, and I'm going to use this long banner here. So this is one of them, and Everyday Arches. Ha! I'm using Arches for Archer. I didn't even know you're going to be here today, Archer. That's on the next card, though. These basic, hi, Kathy, I didn't see you were here. These basic dies are sticking around in the catalog. They're there and highlighted, and it makes me happy. They're just all right there. Okay, so I'm using the Mini Boss. And remember, I haven't shown you this or told you this in a while, I feel like, so I'm going to do it right now. Whenever you use the Mini Boss, you have to, what's the word? You have to adjust your mats so that they're not all lined up at the same end. You need them, I want to say graduated, and that's not the right thing. Am I showing you right here? So I always say you need to make a capital E. So here's the top of the E. Here's the short little second line of the E, and here's the long bottom of the E. Staggered, sure, that works. Thank you. So you need that end to look like that, because otherwise it's just a wall trying to go through the part that has to give the pressure. And it doesn't like working. And I think part of it is because, thank you, both you're on the same track. You knew what I was thinking. I think part of it is because with the smaller handle, the smaller turning of this, you don't have as much leverage. So, oh, I was going to do this on mixed up patterns with January to April mini. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. I was going to do this on thicker white because it ended up curling. So did I finish my thought? I think that there's not enough leverage from your handle because it's a shorter, whatever you want to call it. So you need to stagger them, as Jennifer and Mario told me so well. Man, my mind just cannot come up with the words when I'm on my live sometimes. Okay, so I'm purposely not showing. I'm not going all the way to this end because I decided that I do want it hanging over just a little bit. So glad we're friends. So I'm gonna pull it down a little bit. So my dimensionals are here, here, here. So then this can hang over just a little bit to, I don't know, I like it, a staggered look. Now this is my word of the day. Thank you, Mario and Jennifer. Okay, so now last thing that I want to do is put some bling on here. And so this is actually, I should show you the full pack. I have one here. It's not available right now. It was popular. Oh, where did it go? Just a sec. I'm going to give one more quick look. I just had it here last night. It's buried. I don't know where it is. Okay, so this is one. It's called Moody Palette Glossy Dots. They're not available right now. They were very popular when this online exclusive came out. There's white, cloud cover. There's Old Olive, and Secret Sea is this. Now it's funny. These are just sort of muted, like it said. No, it says moody, not muted. But it works okay with this balmy blue, partly because I'm going to put it on here, not right on the blue. But also there. I don't know. I just feel like because it's a muted color, it works okay. So I'm using the space and adding color. And there's my card. And then here's the fun fold. So the one that I had it with, it used white, thick white for the base. Thank you. I'm glad you like it, Marsha. But I don't know. I felt like this needed more color because there's a lot of white in my designer paper, I feel like. So, classy dots. Moody glossy dots. Moody palette glossy dots. So you're saying you're not admitting to being moody? Is that what you're saying, Dot? You'd rather be called classy? All right, Marlene, do you have a cat too? I know you have dogs, or a dog now. One or the other. I can't keep up with people and their pets. Okay, next one. Thank you. Okay, so here are my arches, Archer. So I used the same designer paper, and I used two different arches, and I need to show you. Happy mood. So it's funny. Sometimes when I'm doing my tutorials for my Dazzling Card Club, that's a nice feature of Dazzling Card Club, by the way. We make all the cards, 2 each of 4 designs, using one bundle or one stamp set, and I give you written tutorial with pictures. I think it's the only class that I do that for. So to help someone who is making it at home, I try to tell you like it's the largest one or the second smallest or whatever. So it's funny, for this card I used the 5th largest and the 5th smallest of these Everyday Arches dies. Yes, one cat, one dog. They're both here listening to you. Oh, I have such an audience today. That makes me happy. All right. So these are sticking around. So I already die cut these. And I forgot, what am I doing here? Oh, yes. Okay, so I need to do my stamping first. I tried something. I hope it works a little bit better than it did last night. I'm making Archer laugh. Well, that's good. All right. He needs laughs today if he's not feeling well, right? All right. So for this one, I chose the birds. Not because I don't like dogs. I love my grand dog, Walter. I just got to see him Sunday. He's glued to you today. Oh, that's nice. I chose the birds. They are cute and goofy, and I wanted them. And this designer paper made me think of them. I know that not all birds are yellow. Chicks are yellow. But they're going to be yellow today. So I'm stamping right on my designer paper. So you might want to keep in mind, first of all, you definitely want to make sure that you've rubbed off the stamp. Some people call it seasoning. I'm not going to do it right now because I have ink on it. But if you rub off the stamp, sometimes just rubbing it off on your scrap paper, it sort of comes with a layer of I don't know what on it that sometimes makes it repel the ink rather than take it on. So, and then stamping on designer paper is definitely different than stamping on cardstock. So when I stamped it, I pressed it there for a little bit before I lifted up. Okay, so this needs to dry. We're going to let that go. Okay, so I switched up my colors. So this is still Strawberry Slush, but this is Cloud Cover. I wanted a different blue, and I wanted something that would go okay with, this is I think I used this last week. Oh yeah, I used it on the mini milk carton. This is the checkered trim, the Misty Moonlight. It's not Misty Moonlight, but it goes okay with it, and I just wanted to add some to it. Okay, so this is one of the fun things about this stamp set. It has it for the birds and the dogs. I'm not sure if for dogs and cats they're interchangeable, but you probably could make it that way. Okay. So I'm making a path of the birds' footprints. Am I on there still? Ooh, I about messed that up. My hand got in the way. How does your hand get in the way? That's crazy. Okay, so here is my my bird path. It cracks me up. All right. So we are going to put this down. So I'm still letting my birds actually dry. Archer needs to win one of these cards. You know what? We're going to make sure that he gets one. So I send it to Grandma's house or to Archer's house. That's up to Grandma, or, well, yeah, that's up to Grandma. Whatever the Grandma decides. So, Archer, you talk it over with her. Because I made extras already, you know. Okay, so I'm putting the trim on right now. Make sure that I don't have it folded in the inside. That's really annoying when I realize that I've done that. Okay. So I'm going to tie a knot. So I'm sort of doing Grandma's house. All right, you got it. I'm going to send it to Archer in care of Grandma. So Grandma, don't open his card. You have to give it to him. All right, so so I did left over right. The bottom one has to come through. Now I'm doing right over left. No, I meant the top one has to come through. The top one has to go over and through. And then you just pull it flat. By the way, thanks for your idea, Marlene. I appreciate that. I just realized I didn't do my randomizer yet. All right, I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to go do that. So I see Archer 4 days a week. Oh, good. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to take a pause here from finishing the card, and I'm going to go see if my randomizer, it still says wait. Oh, but it looks like it's there. Okay, we're good. All right. So Archer, since this is the first time you're here with us, my randomizer is something where I pick names for people who get the cards that I made last week, or last week was even chocolate. So, oops. Oh, for the love of Pete's sake. Everybody's gone. All right, just a sec. We're going to need to pause for a second. You keep yourselves occupied. I'm going to enter everybody I can think of. Mario, Susie, Dean, Dina, I think Deanna, Kathy, Marsha, Marlene, Carrie, Nancy, Jennifer. Can anybody remember anybody from last week that... Oh, Sandy was on. I'm going back. Anybody think of somebody that I haven't said yet? I know I love that ribbon too. All right. Oh, now it's being really goofy. Okay. Who's normally on with me? Jennifer. Trying to think of anybody who isn't usually on that was on. I had a lot of people on last week. It made me happy. Okay. I think I got all the people that are on here today, which all of you were on last week. I'm just checking through and making sure. All right, going back, I'm checking comments one more time, going to the bottom. All right. So we're starting this again. Prevent a winner from winning twice. Okay, starting it. I shouldn't have. Suzi Hustwick is my first winner, so she can't get the chocolate. She lives too far away. Unless she, I see her once in a while, but, just a second, I gotta find my post notes. But I'm not going to assume that she will come and get chocolate. So, she just wins a card. So I have 2 cards, pick a new winner, and still have, I have 1 card left and 1 chocolate. Sandy. Oh, she said not to put her in. Well, not in for chocolate. So she wins a card. Okay, I still have the chocolate left. Pick a new winner and go. This is the chocolate winner. Oh, Jennifer, you can't win chocolate. I know it's way too hot by you. I was just there. Trying again. All these people are too far away. Kathy, you won the chocolate. Woohoo! All right. Kathy's the closest one out of all of you. She'd have to be living in my house to be closer. Oh, let me see where you go. I know. I'm sorry, Jennifer. I wanted to just be able to visit you when we were there, but I did think of coming and making a mini milk carton with you, but I'm like, my chocolate would melt, and it's not as fun without chocolate, and yeah. All right, so thank you for your patience. And now to finish my card. Okay, so I hope this works a little bit better, because what I want to do is highlight these cute little birds, and I'm going to color them. So it's this color is Daffodil Delight, but I'm going to color them with Daffodil Delight. Just going to try not to get on the black, because I don't know if it was because I did it too quickly last night, or if it's because the designer paper is much thinner, so the black, the wing, or the wings are trying to smear. Okay, I need to try to avoid the wings. Just go around the black lines. I sort of liked this look of having the yellow on yellow. All right, the left one is definitely the best, because I tried to avoid that. Aren't they cute though? Love chocolate and love the little curtain. Nice. Perfect. All right, and then pumpkin pie is going on the beaks. There we go. Okay, so now this is going to go on, it's funny, it came through. This is going to go on the other archer that I cut out too. This is the 5th largest, this is the 5th smallest, or this is the 6th largest, you know, whatever way you want to say that. All right, putting dimensionals on here so we can straddle that ribbon. Plus, it's just cute that way. Take all these off. And this goes on here. Oops. So I thought of stamping some butterflies, but I didn't want to. I thought of, we used to have, but I double checked and they are gone, the brass butterflies. And so what I'm doing actually is I'm using the tiny bee trinkets. So these are ones that where did it go? Oh, here it is. You need the mini glue dots. Okay, so we're gonna take it, press it on the dot. The dot is actually, the mini glue dot is actually larger than the bee is. So I need to pick it up and sort of fold it on there. So we're gonna put one here. And you probably could use take your pick tool, the putty end, to pick these up, but then you wouldn't be able to, I don't feel like you'd be able to lift it off with the mini glue dot on it. You'd still have to do it with your fingers. But maybe I'm wrong. I didn't try it. Okay, one last bee. They kind of look like butterflies, but they're bees. There we go. Here's my other card. Isn't it cute? I like the font. It's such a whimsical font. I love I definitely did better with this left bird. If you're gonna color on designer paper with it, you want to avoid the black. So where I did a better job avoiding the black, because it came to me to do that. Thanks, I'm glad that you like it. All right, so do I give liquid glue? I thought about that. You mean for the bees? I thought about that, and I've done that with this, and then I end up picking it back up with my finger, and I just didn't want to mess with it. All right, so So that's all of my stamping. So remember, tomorrow is the deadline for Dazzling Card Club. We're using Woolly Friends. Oh, no one reminded me. Okay, so we were talking about the dies and completing the I know they are, and completing the stamp set, which are totally true. So I'm going to show you one of my samples that I'm going to show you next week. So here's just simply stamping the cats, and she actually used the brass butterflies that are now retired. But look, can you see the tiny little cats here? They actually have like cut lines for the eyes and the hands or paws. I guess they don't have hands. Yeah, this is actually the designer paper, the Painted Illusions that I used last week. Excuse me. Anyway, so there's some, and I think all of the animals have these tiny little ones too. I know the dogs do. You'll see that on another of the samples. But anyway. All right. So one last question that I can think of. Well, first of all, I ordered catalogs for people that I will see in person, and people that are come to my house for classes. But they'll be mailed to people who are not, I'm not going to see right away. As long as you've placed an order with me, and I'll say in the past 6 months or so, Stampin' Up! Will be mailing them directly. But my last question is, for Archer, do you have a preference which card that you get? Or should I just surprise you? That's my question. Detailed dies. Yes, exactly. They are detailed dies. Let's see if there's anything else. So I have an all occasions class also that is coming up. That is less than a week. It's next Tuesday. You have until Monday to sign up for that, if you are interested in that. That's all that I can think of right now. I have that's all that I can think of. Did that go away already? I haven't heard from Archer. All right, well, if she answers, I will pay attention later. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for your patience with me and my randomizer. You missed my question. Well, my question was actually for Archer. Do I surprise you which card that I send you, or do you have a preference? That's my question. So thank you for joining me today. I will be here next week, and next week, Wednesday, at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And again, my name is Stephanie Flath. And did you say you had a sneak peek? Well, I showed you the sneak peek. That was this. This is a sneak peek on samples that I'm going to be showing on my blog next week. I'm not doing a sneak peek of brand new product that hasn't come in the catalog yet. Wants to be surprised. All right, sounds good. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again next week. Have a great day and week. Bye.